But I mean, the title itself is problematic. He-Man, masculine men are the masters of the universe. You knew that they were going to come for that. These feminists and progressives, you knew they had to come for that. What did they do? They killed him, and they had a bunch of shaved heads, super muscular, masculine lesbians take over as the new masters of the universe. They knew what they were doing. That this is one big. They're here to troll and abuse the fans.
You're going to get in big trouble for saying that, Ethan. Like, Comicsgate is avidly against any kind of gatekeeping. Just uttering the word gatekeeping and.
No, wrong. We're based on gatekeeping. Whoever said that we're against
that's a new thing. I remember getting a huge hard time from a lot of people in
No, we're
against
like, no, Adam, you're
gatekeeping. God damn it, Ethan, why are you gatekeeping me?
Only morons would say that. I gatekeep my channel, I gatekeep my promotion. I'm keeping people out of it that don't belong here. People who don't agree with my personal agenda do not get my support.
There's this He-Man thing that dropped just recently, and I saw you were going over Kevin Smith's commentary on it, and as I was doing the thumbnail for the show, I started listening to it, and Kevin Smith is, oh God, he's so bent. He thought he was making something that people were just going to be sucking his for days over. He thought like, oh my God, people are going to love this. I'm going to be the new God. I'm going to be back on top. I'm going to be the it guy in comics again. And every single person is just like, what the fuck is this? He-Man dies in the first episode and then he's gone for 5 fucking episodes. What the fuck is happening here?
And he's avenged by a bunch of lesbians. So yeah, it's fantastic.
I know.
Great.
Not only that.
This is the whole thing. This is the agenda. Kevin Smith wasn't hoping to get his dick sucked over this. He was, maybe he was. Maybe he was.
He was. Come on, it's California. He was.
But here's the thing. He's not a He-Man fan, and neither am I. But he signed up to do He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, which is a toy property that nobody over the age of 40 remembers or cares about, or nobody under the age cares about. But I mean, the title itself is problematic. He-Man, masculine men are the masters of the universe. You knew that they were going to come for that. These feminists and progressives, you knew they had to come for that. What did they do? They killed him, and they had a bunch of shaved heads, super muscular, masculine lesbians take over as the new masters of the universe. It was so predictable, and he lied about it the entire time. And by the way, when asked about it, saying, hey, you destroyed something that a lot of people care about, he's like, you're in the minority. I talk to Netflix. They don't give a fuck what you think. And so their checks are cashing. I don't care. Oh, well, that is going on all over the place now. And again, I don't really know what to do about it, except this. This is it. All we can do is get talented people of goodwill to create new stuff, because the stuff that was created before by people of goodwill is now being taken over, hijacked, and perverted by lunatics, by radicals.
They did even worse. And my wife mentioned this immediately. Like, she's like, what the fuck? He-Man's like this little twerp. He-Man was never a little twerp before he turned into He-Man. He was basically like a big buff guy that just, he got the power, but he didn't physically change. They turned He-Man. He looks like a teen kid. It's crazy.
Is that true? I feel like that's not true.
That He-Man.
Well, no, his alternate ego. And Adam is saying something, and I'm biting my lip, because that's the one thing I agree with. And the thing, it's like the idea, like the old He-Man cartoon. The only reason why He-Man went from Prince Adam, who was equally buff, to He-Man. Basically, in essence, he raised his sword and his clothes fell off. It didn't make any sense. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's like this makes more. It's more of a Shazam thing, where it's like a weakling who gets power by raising up his phallic symbol and declaring that he has the power of masculinity, which is what it is. And then he kind of becomes this big, muscular guy.
So you like the part
that change made sense to me. Yeah,
okay. I understand, because because I'm looking at pictures in the original. Was it the 80s that first He-Man was around?
Sure.
That your wife is probably referencing. Yeah, Prince Adam is the same. He's like just the same.
He's identical. But, basically.
Because because I never saw the original. I only saw in the 2002 version, which I never gave a shit about. But even in that version, he started off as like a little scrawnier kid who would become He-Man. So
Oh, really?
The reason why it didn't work was because they were too cheap to make a separate mold for the Prince Adam toy. Understand? So they just went ahead.
Yeah.
That's all it
really?
was.
That's why they
just
changed
painted
it?
in purple. Yeah.
That's funny. That's
Hilarious.
I mean,
hilarious.
Yeah. They would.
Well,
have had
I
to
thought I was never a He-Man fan, so I didn't necessarily know. But I thought in the vein of what you're saying about how, you know, the feminists are basically saying, you know, this movie screams the patriarchy rules. We have to fucking take this down. Like, this is a target. He-Man is on the list of things that they want to defile. It seemed like they made him super effeminate, super not even really. I mean, you can be small and still be masculine, but I mean, you want to call me metrosexual, Ethan, man. He's like 10 times worse than that.
Yeah, but you're when I say metrosexual, I just mean you put gel in your hair and you wear problem spectacles. I don't mean that there's anything effeminate about you other than that. You know, but there is there was definitely an agenda there. They saw that as a hill worth taking. They wanted to capture He-Man. They captured G.I. Joe already. They're working on Barbie. I think they're doing a pretty good job of destroying Barbie. You know, they basically see these landmarks, these cultural landmarks, and say, we need to plant our flag there, pervert it, corrupt it, change it, and use it as both simultaneously a way of establishing and announcing our power over the culture and politics, but also perverting your kids. And, you know, they're doing it on properties that sometimes don't really matter. I mean, He-Man doesn't really matter. It's not relevant. It hasn't been relevant for years, but they're doing it on Blue's Clues. You know, it's like everyone's kids. My kids watch Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
And they're using that. They've taken over Blue's Clues.
Wait, they took out the sexy women in Blue's Clues?
No. They have a gay pride parades with trans.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, I remember that.
Cross dressers who are sitting there going, it's all about love, you know, and all this stuff. And it's like, all right. So they know what they're doing and they're very, very good at it. And, you know, in a way, it's like you can fight back, but they laugh at you when you fight back. So really the only thing that you can do is create something new and gatekeep it. And it isn't such a revolutionary thing to do. Walt Disney did it. Stan Lee did it. We should be able to do it too.
You're going to get in big trouble. You're going to get in big trouble for saying that, Ethan. Like, Comicsgate is avidly against any kind of gatekeeping. Just uttering the word gatekeeping and
no, wrong. We're based on gatekeeping. Whoever said that we're against
that's a new thing. I remember getting a huge hard time from a lot of people in
No. We're against. No, Adam, you're
gatekeeping. God damn it, Ethan! Why are you gatekeeping me?
Only morons would say that. I gatekeep my channel. You know, I gatekeep my promotion. I'm keeping people out of it that don't belong here. People who don't agree with my personal agenda do not get my support. And my agenda is to be able to create things new and keep SJWs away from them. So that's the thing. Gatekeeping is bad when SJWs are trying to gatekeep people from mainstream pop culture institutions in order to make them one particular viewpoint, to use them for propaganda masquerading as entertainment, and to silence all other political voices while declaring that comics have always been political, which is a lie. That is the gatekeeping issue. When it comes to Comicsgate, it's all about gatekeeping. It's right in the name. Keep these people out of our new stuff, or else they'll kill it. Simple as that.
So you mean gatekeeping the SJW like agenda, basically?
100%. Yeah,
that makes sense. So Kevin Smith didn't really do a good job of gatekeeping the SJW agenda in the He-Man thing. I'm looking at this Tila character and I'm going, man. I don't want to fight this chick in an alley. Are you kidding me? She's fucking buff as can be.
She's a man.
I noticed something funny with the character design, because if you look at like the old He-Man character designs, everyone, male and female, they're all like half naked. They're all wearing, you know, little wrestling leotards and no shirts, basically. Yeah, every character, regardless of gender, is half naked. But then in this new one, they retained all the men being half naked, but the women are all very dressed a lot more modestly. So it creates this very strange visual difference between the male and female characters.
Yeah.
Like
I did
they're all repressed, wearing the burqas.
I did watch the Kevin Smith podcast. You played some clips from it, Ethan, and man, Kevin Smith was expecting just a way different reception. And I felt like it's like affected him. I feel like he's not hiding anything. He's saying, the higher ups don't care. It's no big deal. But he does seem like he's affected by the fan reaction not being very good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not
We'll
really
see.
sure. He certainly does look thinner as he's quitting. He's having trouble eating. Lost his appetite. I don't really. I don't know how he personally feels. I know that what he said in that interview was extremely passive aggressive and offensive. He was saying, "Hey, feel free to just complain all you want about this. What I'm doing. It doesn't make a fucking difference. Netflix has millions, hundreds of millions of subscribers. You're a very small percentage of them, and fuck you. Sorry. Yeah, complain all you want. I was 20 years old once too, which is like saying, I remember my first beer. It's an extremely demeaning thing to say to a fandom that you have just deliberately and intentionally, aggravated.
Yeah.
Well, it's also not true. I mean, obviously Netflix keeps the numbers of who watches
Hell
what
yeah,
show.
they do.
And if no one's watching the He-Man show, they're obviously not going to renew it.
He also, Ethan, I think you might have just did the clips, and I actually was listening to the whole podcast, and he was talking about how they want to do like 100 of these things. And like, if the fan reaction is super bad and the numbers are bad, like they're not going to make 100 of these. Obviously, it's going to be like a flash in the pan. So I think it's a little bit of internet tough guy, him saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter, fuck you guys."
Of course.
But he was like, I'm a real fan. Please, like, accept me. There was a little bit of like tail between his legs.
Well, the problem is that his movie, he used to make feature films,
Totally.
and that is over.
Totally.
So the reason why he still managed to keep some geek cred, despite the fact that he enthuses to the point of tears over things that are mediocre, and people know that he has become a shill. So he is a prime target to be captured by social justice warriors to be, hey, you don't have anything else to do. How about a He-Man cartoon? This is the hill we wanted to take. You're going to make it like this. This is what you're going to do. And he did it. So, what's after this for him? I'm not really sure. I guess the hope is they're going to appreciate the favor that I did for them, the political favor that I did for them, to the point where they're going to give me more work. But they never really seem to reciprocate. I think, they're going to use him. He might get 2, maybe 3 seasons out of this, and then he's out of here. The fans have turned on him. It was a bad deal. It's a real bad deal for him.
He's saying that episodes like 6 through 10 are still yet to drop, and he's claiming that He-Man is center stage in these next 5 episodes, which I don't understand. How the fuck do you go 5 episodes or 4 episodes? Because He-Man is pretty prominent in the first episode. How the fuck do you go 4 episodes and He-Man's not even in the story? Like, I watched the first one and the second one, and like He-Man isn't even there in the second one. Like, why is it even called He-Man?
It's called Masters of the Universe Revelations. Remember that. Yeah. The revelation is that women are the masters
real
of the universe.
Oh my God.
It's all right there, dude. It's all right there. They knew what they were doing. This is one big, they're here to troll and abuse the fans. And,
he gained he gained so much cred from like mall rats. And I don't know. I kind of see like Kevin Smith pissing his legacy away with all this stuff. He did seem pretty demoralized in that podcast. But
yeah, you're right. The title of it is not He-Man, Adam. It's Masters of the Universe.
Oh, okay.
So that's the answer to your question. That's why he's not in the first couple episodes.
They're like, you think we're gonna make a show with man in it? What are you, crazy? Come on. That's not how this works.
He was the original person that put his pronouns in the bio, so I thought they would like that.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
He-Man, it's right there in his name.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense.
He-Man.
I thought you were talking about Kevin Smith putting pronouns in his bio. Does Kevin Smith have pronouns in his bio? I'm not exactly
That's a good
sure.
question. Let's look it up.
I promise you, yes, without even looking.
Really? I don't know. I looked up today to see if I was following Kevin Smith so I could unfollow him. But
There you go.
I wasn't following him.
That'll show him.
Hi, you just listened to a clip from the Sitch and Adams show. If you like what you heard, you can listen to our live show right here on this channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want, you can super chat us. We read $20 and up super chats on the show and then do a follow-up stream on the following Tuesday where we read the rest of the unread super chats and interact with fans of the show. Subscribe to this channel right here to listen to the live show or to listen to more of our awesome clips.